Hey guys, it's Joseph, and today I have a bit of a good video, and so this one is going to be a bit interesting. I'm going to go over several topics. That basically, I'm just going to tell you about some things that I know that are happening right now and that exist. And it may seem like it may not be true. Like I'm a very trustworthy person, but it may seem like it's not trustworthy. It's not a good thing, but basically, I'm just going to try to tell you the truth. And but of course, just believe what I say and then, listen to what I'm saying and really understand what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm on this website and it's a pretty good website. I go to it often. It's actually pretty good and I usually like it. But I'm going to go over something and it's pretty much a lying website, but it's okay. It's decent. It's actually better than most. But I'm just gonna go over just some things that you might not know exist. You might know exist, but I'm just gonna tell you more about what's happening. Okay, so mind reading, right? So everyone's like, oh, mind reading. What the fuck is that? I mean, just what is mind reading? So it says, this article says, continues as humans cannot literally read the mind of others, but can create mental models so as to effectively intuit people's thoughts and feelings. This is known as empathic accuracy and involves reading cues telegraphed by the words, emotions, and body languages of another person. Okay, I could go on a little bit more, but so what you need to know is that this is a lie. All right, so there are people, um, there are people that can read your mind. I don't know. Okay. So people can read your mind, like thoughts, they can know what you're thinking. You say, no, that's impossible, that's not happening. You need to have maybe a thing over your head or something like you need like a helmet or something, a type of scientific helmet so they can know what you're thinking. That is complete fake. People can actually tell what you're thinking. It doesn't matter where you are, they can actually tell what you're thinking. You can be chilling on a coffee shop and they can know what you're thinking. You're like, they might be able to tell, what I'm doing. They might peek over my shoulder, see what I'm doing on their browsing. It's like, no, 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 no. People can generally know exactly what you're thinking about, like every thought. It's really crazy. It shouldn't really exist, but it happens. But yes, people can read your mind. Not only can people read your mind, people can also know exactly what you're imagining. Not telling, you don't have to tell anyone anything. People can tell you, there's supernatural stuff out there, and people can tell what you're thinking, and they can also tell what you're imagining. So you're like, oh, you're imagining, your imagination is all to yourself, right? You say, no one can read my imagination. It's just my own thoughts, right? Just my own personal thoughts. It's like your own thoughts. So, you don't want people to read them, but people can literally read your thought unconsensually. So like you don't want your thoughts to be read, they'll read it anyway. So like they don't care about like what you think. They'll be like, oh, we don't care. They'll just find some person and they'll just read their thoughts all unconsensually. They'll just read everything you thought about for the last 6 hours. They'll know everything, every sentence you thought. It's crazy. And they know what you're imagining as well. So you might say, well, I'm not talking, I'm literally not speaking. I'm not holding my tongue. I'm not doing this. No, I'm saying, like, people can know what you're imagining. You don't have to talk and tell them anything about your imagining. A person, I don't want to be too crazy about it, but because I don't really know, it's a person, but it's a supernatural person, but it's also with the help of aid of other things. So basically, a person can just look at you and they know exactly what you're imagining, and you don't have to say a word. It's basically supernatural. So the truth is, I don't want to confuse you, but it's basically technology is helping them as well, but it's also supernatural. So it's like it's the tech, but it's also supernatural. Like there's people who can generally just read minds and read your imagination just from looking at you, and then know exactly what you're thinking without you saying a word, or with you trying to um, you know hold your tongue, or stop your tongue from moving. People can still know what you're thinking, and it's crazy. And people can also tell what you're imagining. It's crazy. And you like say this is impossible, this is not real, but you have to believe me what I'm saying. And just realize it's possible. So thought reading is possible. Imagination reading is possible. Imagination perceiving is possible. They can know what you're imagining, and they can know what you're thinking. Um, like every fucking thing. Like they can tell everything you're fucking thinking. They don't. You don't have to write a fucking thing down. They know exactly what you're thinking, bro. You can be like, oh, I'm going to, not talk about this. And do they know exactly what you're thinking? There's some person that knows exactly what you're thinking. It's basically, I'm not gonna say it, but it's basically an unconsensual person that doesn't give a fuck about your what you think, and they're just gonna fucking do whatever the fuck they want. They're very human shit. They're shit people, and they just steal your mind, steal your thoughts, basically, and they steal your imagination. You're like, oh, I thought this was for me and only me, but it's like some people like they can just steal that shit. They can just steal what you're thinking, steal what you're imagining. Okay, there's also more, but that's mostly it. So people can know what you're thinking, people can know what you're imagining, and then also people can low key find you. So like I don't really know, but I think there's such thing as trackers, and like basically people can like put something on you, install something in your clothing, perhaps like in your body, and they know where you are all the time. It's crazy. And you'd be like, no, that doesn't exist. Chips aren't real. Okay, I'm gonna kind of stretch, and I'm gonna say it may not. I think they are real. So I think yeah, people can find you even if you do not do anything. People can find you. Like you don't have to say anything about anything. Like people can find you. Like it's. I know I might be a little daunting to believe, but no, I'm like people can generally find you. Like you don't have to say anything. They'll just find you in like 5 months. You'll never talk to them. They'll just find you. It doesn't matter where you go. And they can read your mind and they can read your imagination. It's crazy as fuck. And yes, it's true. So that's what I want to tell you. And honestly, if someone didn't tell you this first, then honestly you should probably kill yourself. Because okay, that might, I don't know. But I think you should probably kill yourself because honestly just receiving this information, you either you try to use this information the best you can and also tell others about it, but then also you have to realize the situation. If no one told you this and I'm telling you this, you probably should kill yourself because it's low key too late. That means someone's probably doing it to you. Don't want to be too fucked up and say you should just give up, but that's, I mean, giving up is nothing wrong with giving up, but like it's just like when people, the fact that you don't know this information, that someone can read your thoughts and read your imagination without you telling them anything or saying a word, you're pretty much dead at that point, because that means someone is going to do it to you unconsensually. It just gets really messy. So you honestly probably want to kill yourself if someone tells you that, doesn't tell you that mind reading and imagination reading exists, because that means just probably you don't have real friends on your side, and that means you probably have enemies on your side, meaning you're probably gonna die. So I would honestly just kill myself early before anything happened. So yeah, that was a bit of a crazy video, but I just wanted to be truthful and say what I know. So basically, mind reading, this shit is fake. This whole thing is fake. Humans cannot let it. That is completely fake. Humans can. There's humans that can do that shit. Do that. They can read your mind without you saying a word. And there's people that can read your imagination without saying a word. That is fake. This whole thing is fake. Um, so that's what I want to tell you. People, I don't really know how to explain it, but they can find where you are. They probably got tech, and there's supernatural people that can probably just see a picture of you and they can just figure out where you are, like IP and shit. They can just figure out where you are. And then there's people that can read your mind. They know what you're thinking, every thought. Every embarrassing thought, every dark thought, they know what you're thinking, and they can see your imagination, how dark, beautiful, or embarrassing it is. They know everything you're imagining. So you're imagining a sky of blue. They're imagining. They can see that. They can actually see it. It's crazy. So supernatural people and there's tech. So, but they're both terrible. And yeah, so that's what's going on. Location tracking. There's mind reading, generally mind reading, imagination reading. They can track your location without you doing anything. You can ghost people completely. They'll still find you. There's tech out there so they can still find you. Um, and then Oh, you can get hacked. You can get hacked actually, and then they can read. Then they know a lot about you if you get hacked. If you get hacked, they know a lot about you. So that means you should die. Honestly, if you get hacked, it's really bad. So that means if you get hacked, that's gonna be bad. You're gonna die. But hacking is like kind of like mind reading, but it's different. Like people can hack you. Okay, I guess I'm a bit sorry. So I gotta say everything. All right. So people can read your mind. Sorry, I keep going about that. You already know this. So I think people can remotely hack you, and I think people can generally hack you. So like let's say you give your phone to someone, they can hack it, right? And they can give you it back, and then it's hacked. They can know everything you're doing on it, right? So we know that, right? So we want to, not trust untrustworthy people, let them around us, right? Because they can hack our shit. That's terrible. That means they're gonna stalk us, do creepy shit to us, and kill us. That's exactly how it leads to every time. So we don't fuck with people who hack people. That's fucked up. All right. And then there's another thing. I think there's such thing as remote hacking. So meaning like you can buy a new phone, right? You're like, oh, I got my new phone. It's all clean. It's just me on it. I think that's fake. I think that people can actually remotely hack your shit. So like they don't even need to know that that you're that you're they don't need to touch your phone. Like you think, oh, I have to give them my phone. They have to, feel it, touch it. I think that's fake, bro. Um, I think that's fake as fuck. Basically, people can remotely hack your shit. This is why I'm saying like it's pretty really bad, and I think you should kill yourself if you don't know this information already, because it's really bad, and I don't want you to get hurt. So I want you to kill yourself, to be honest, because I don't want you to get hurt. YouTube's probably gonna ban this video, so because I just promoted suicide, which I don't think So but as long as it's out there and someone reads it, I don't fucking mind. But yeah, so everything I know. So basically, people can find you wherever you are. People can read your mind. Sorry, I keep saying that. But people can know who you are. You can read your mind. They can read your imagination, and they can remotely hack you. So they can remotely hack your laptop, your phone. They don't have to be near you. They don't have to be in your presence. They don't have to touch it. They don't have to install code. They can remotely hack your shit. So like they'll be in fucking California, bro, and you'll be in Arkansas. They can find your phone, bro, and they can hack you, and it's like you'd be like, that's impossible. I'm telling you, I think it's really real. So like if you don't know this, I just want you just to kill yourself, because it's really fucked up. And it's fucked up shit that's happening that the government's not telling you. I'm telling you, it's fucked up. It's really nasty shit, but I'm telling you the truth. You gotta trust me. Know I'm a good guy. um but yeah, that's I'm trying to think of what other things I know. So they can remotely hack your TV, your phone. Okay, so there's also speakers. So there's microphones. Oh my god, it's sorry. There's microphones everywhere, like big ass microphones, and I think that's part of the reason why they can read your mind. So like they know what you're thinking. Like they know the sounds, the every little thing. It's kind of like how like it's a microphone, but like they are like just imagine, how like those creepy people find out shit? It's basically like some creepy ass person, and then like they found out like you just like moving your tongue is like you saying words without you actually like saying it. They know all that shit. So they know all your tongue movements. They know, like I said, they can read your mind without, but there's also microphones everywhere, and they know what you're doing. You have to have basically some tech. You got to have a supernatural person to help you. But basically, there's microphones everywhere. But you can turn it off, right? But you're basically always being listened to. It's fucked up. Always being listened to, and you're almost always being watched. I don't know if there's, I don't think there's necessarily cameras, but I know there's microphones out there, like powerful ass ones. So maybe they can't see you, but I think there's also other type of cameras that you can't see. So of course we know about the hidden cameras, but I'm telling you, there's powerful microphones and they're listening to everything you're doing. It's shitty as fuck. And they also know everything you're doing. They're listening to everything you're doing. And then like I said, they can even listen to your thinking. So it's weird. It's like, how could they listen to me if like I'm barely talking or talking low? It's like they can, there's powerful microphones, bro, like powerful as fuck. And they can listen to everything you're thinking, everything you're doing. You're you're doing your bed, someone hears it. There's people who can hear this shit. You can do your bed, you can sit your phone, you can do an exercise, they'll hear everything. They'll hear you going up and down, you're going like creepy shit on some creepy hack. You know how like those creepy hackers from the movies, and like how they get obsessed with that person and then they end up killing him at the end, and they like hearing to their breath and shit. It's real. Like people are literally, there's a ton of people, most people are about that shit. I don't know why. I don't want to. It's sorry, this video is getting a bit long, but I don't know why it happens. I wish they didn't exist, but I'm telling you, people. There are tons of people out there. They love listening to your breath. They like listening to like your tongue and shit. They like listening to like you breathe. They like listening to your muscles. Like creepy shit. Creepy shit. Don't fuck with these people at all. If these people tell you this shit, they know this shit, either you need to like kill yourself honestly before they hurt you, or kill them, because like some they're going to do some bad shit to somebody else, they're going to do some bad shit to you. You need to end yourself quick because it's fucked up. But yes, people can, oh, they know what you're like, they have hella powerful microphones. They know what they're doing all the time. You're opening a cabinet, they can hear that shit. You're like, why do they want to hear that shit? It's because people are fucked up in the head. And you sit in your bed, you do your bed, they can hear you folding the sheets and shit, they can hear you getting comfortable. It's creepy as fuck. It's like, why would you do that to someone? It's like, no one would, right? Because it's fucked up and it's creepy, right? We're not good people on that creepy shit. But there's bad people, there's mostly bad people that are on that creepy shit. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't already know this information, please kindly kill yourself before you get hurt or someone does something bad to you, because I think you're already being negatively affected by something and you've basically been neglected really badly. So you have to kill yourself, because I don't want you to get hurt. People who do this shit are fucked up in the head. They do not have good intentions. Like, you have to die. So that's pretty much what I know. I'm telling you basically about everything bad, all these shit I know. So of course what's in front of you, and then like they can find where you are and you don't have to tell anybody, and then they can listen to everything you're doing. And there's also hidden cameras, but we kind of know about that, right? But it gets kind of crazy. But let's say, you don't talk to anybody and you like drive through this park, so people can not only listen to you, but there's cameras as well, but there's hidden ones. So like there can be hidden ones in your room, there can be hidden ones. Like, remember I said you can be remotely hacked, right? So it's like, that's what I'm saying. It's really dangerous, right? You got to kill yourself, because that means people can just, you can buy a new phone and someone just remotely hacks it right away. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, it's terrible shit. That's why I'm trying to warn you, kill yourself. and then and then so they listen to everything you're thinking, they listen to everything you're doing, creepy shit. And then they try to kill you. That's another thing. That's why I'm saying you got to turn yourself out before they get to you, before they kill you. You got to take yourself out if no one told you this info. You can live with the info I tell you, but I don't want to be bad, honestly. I think if you don't know it, I think you're gonna die badly. So I want you to kill yourself. But if you do want to take this information, you want to live on, I don't recommend it. Being nice, I don't recommend it. But if you want to live on, go ahead. But honestly, I don't think it's going to be very good for you. I don't think you're going to die in a very good way. But it's not your fault. Just there's just shitty people out there, and they invented a bunch of shitty ass crap and supernatural people doing shitty ass shit to people. It's fucked up. I wish I could help you, and I'm trying to tell you right now. But that's pretty much what I know. So basically, hidden cameras, things I can't even explain. So it's like, can they watch you? So can they watch you without a camera. And it's like, yes, yes. And it's like, how can they do that? So basically, there's supernatural people out there. They kind of just have a picture of you. They have something weird about you. They have a supernatural power. And then they just kind of think about you and they can see like everything. I don't know. It's crazy. They can see your whole house. They can see every crevice of the house. They can see if you got hidden shit. They can see the whole thing. Like they know the entire layout, bro. Everything. You don't have to tell them anything. You don't have to take a picture. They can just I don't really believe it's possible, but I kind of do. I think they can low key just look at you and then like they can tell that you like they can see your exact room. Like they can because remember I said like how you know how you like you're thinking, right? And so like they know what you're thinking, meaning they can literally say everything you think about. They pretty much know everything in the room, right? And you literally think about it, it gets fucked up. But you're imagining your room, right? Even when you close your eyes, you imagine. Remember, I told you they can read your imagination, meaning, see, they that means basically they know everything you're seeing, bro, and everything. So it's like fucked up. That's what I'm saying. Kill yourself. You got the same, bro. Okay, and then so they can listen to everything you're thinking, they can listen to everything you're doing, and then they can also watch everything you're doing. I don't know how to explain it, but they can read your mind, but they can also read your imagination, and then so basically it's basically like there's cameras. Like there can be no camera, and they can still be like a camera. I don't know how to explain it, but basically they're always watching. There's like almost a hidden camera. It's low key like the camera's supernatural, and like you can't see the camera, but it's there. I don't really think that's true, but it's there's a there's a possibility. There's a supernatural camera that you that's literally invisible that's watching your shit. That's what I'm saying. If you don't know this information, no one didn't tell you this shit, I recommend you die. And then so like I said, they listen to everything. They can know where you're at when you don't tell them. They can know what you're imagining. They can know what your thoughts, and then they're gonna kill you. So that's what I'm saying. If no one told you this shit, they're probably gonna kill you. So that's what you need to know. And then, oh yes, the remote hacking. They can remotely hack you. You can buy a new phone. They'll hack it in a week. They don't have to touch it. They'll just hack your shit. They see you through your camera. They don't have to see shit. They just know who you are. They can. There's like, remember how there's codes on phones? Yeah, they can like tell whose phone and who bought it. Like, and you're like, no, that's impossible. But you gotta think like government Loki can be a little evil, so you got to think, okay, they can just put together your bank transaction, pick together when you bought the phone. That phone belongs to you, and then now they're gonna remotely hack you and remotely look at your camera. It's fucked up. That's why I say, I'm recommending you die. And then so that's pretty much everything. Okay, and then there's also schizophrenia. So and there's I can get into it, but that's what I wanted to talk about. Oh, and schizophrenia, you get that because you met a bad person. And then the bad person is pretty much a supernatural. It's like a supernatural group of people. And then they all decided to fuck with you. Or it's like one or two, and I don't want to get into schizophrenia. That's a different, it's kind of the same thing, but if you have schizophrenia, you should kill yourself as well. As soon as you feel like you have schizophrenia, kill yourself. But that's not really a part of the video. But kill yourself if you have schizophrenia. That shit is when someone bad, like a villain, finds you and they're like they really want to know too much about you. Like that means you're gonna die. So I'm just trying to save you. Like kill yourself. So that's what I want to say. And then the remote hacking, I think that's true. And then I think I don't know about the camera thing, but I do know like you're always being watched in a way, even if it's not by others. Think about it. You have neighbors. I don't want to get into it, but like you have people like who are curious about you that you don't want them to know about you, but there's just random people, villains that want to know about too much about you. They're like, oh, where did he go today? Where did he go tomorrow? It's like, I don't want to tell you. It's not your business. Are you trying to kill me? And it's like, yes, straight up, they're trying to kill your ass. And it's like, are they trying to like mind read me unconsensually, know what I'm doing? Yes, they are. It's like they wouldn't know. Yes, people are really fucked up and low. Like you're like, this is sucked up shit. No one would do this, dude. It's possible. Sadly, I think if you have this information, you should kill yourself because you're a good guy. Just kill yourself right away because I don't want anything bad. Like I said, you can live with it, but I don't recommend it. So don't do it. And then So like I said, I don't know about the invisible camera thing, but like I said, since people can read your imagination, you got to kind of put it together. So like they can read your imagination, that means they know what you're thinking about. That means they know what your surroundings. That means they know everything about you, bro. So it's like that means, and they're not good, and they didn't tell you, they're gonna die, bro. So that's I'm just giving you advice. Um, so that's pretty much all I know. And then, like I said, if you have any signs of schizophrenia, someone tells you schizophrenia, kill yourself. If you feel like you are developing signs of schizophrenia, kill yourself. If you feel like someone the schizophrenia exists, kill yourself. Because I mean, honestly, they're gonna kill you. So you're gonna get it, and then you're gonna die. It's terrible if you have it. It's basically a meta villain that's supernatural, and they just try to make you feel like shit 24/7. They make you feel negative as fuck 24/7, and then they kill you. It's terrible shit. It's terrible shit. That's why I'm just trying to help you guys. And then so that's pretty much all I know. I've been kind of going over it, but you know the main points. Um and then like I said, try to I don't know. So I don't believe the camera thing is real. I don't think there's invisible cameras, but I don't know how to explain it because it's like how can someone read your imagination, right? But there's no camera. And it's like, you didn't tell them anything, but they can. It's supernatural shit, tech. And it's like, how can someone know? But you know how like the super, like some movies, like they have this little scanning thing and they can see the structure of your house, like inside it and you inside it. So it's basically like that. But so I don't really think there's invisible cameras. Like they're really invisible, but like it could be an invisible camera. But like I said, you know, it's basically you're always being watched and listened to, everything. So it's very creepy. It's like you're being hacked. It's a terrible shit. It's like you're being watched, you're being listened to. It's terrible. It's terrible shit. Terrible people. And then like they don't tell you anything, and then they just kill you. They end up killing you. So I'm just trying to keep you safe. So this is what I know. So there's a location they can find you. You can dip out of nowhere, they'll find you. I don't know how, but it maybe contains a satellite or like a supernatural person. Basically, can just look at your picture and they can tell your location just shows up. You, I know it sounds crazy. I think it's fucking real as fuck. And they can talk to you. They can just look at you and they can just start talking and they'll go right to your head like straight up. So it's crazy. So it's like if you don't have this information and no one protected you from it, I advise you kill yourself. So because you basically didn't know what was happening and you don't think it's real. Meaning if it does happen to you, you're probably surrounded by a villain, and that person is gonna try to kill you. So I'm just trying to make sure that doesn't happen. I will talk about gangs later, and then how basically gangs know this shit. Some gangs know this shit, and then I will talk to you how like I told you about supernatural, but another video I'll talk about gangs and how basically there's a bunch of supernatural villains doing the same shit to people, and then I'll talk about schizophrenia because they're the same thing kind of. Um, all people who really you gotta think about it. So it's like people who really like mind read you. Do you think they're obviously they're evil as fuck, right? So they can't be trusted. So you got to put it together. So if it's like if gang people do this, gangs do this, that means a person is a gang member. That means a gang member is doing it to you. Gang members are trash. Don't fuck with them. I think I made a video before about gang members. I don't remember. Yes, I did make a video about gang members. So, don't trust them. But like gang members have this. They know some of this shit, if not all of the shit, if actually more. So it's like terrible shit. Don't join gangs. But like that doesn't mean that I don't care. Don't join gangs. And then um but they know this shit and then they can start doing fucked up shit to you. I'll talk about later about gangs and gang stalking, but that's pretty much it for this video. I wanted you guys to know that. That's what I wanted you guys to know. So I'll talk about schizophrenia later, and I'll talk about gang stalking later, and then I'll talk about more topics. But I'm just gonna give you the most ones I think you should definitely know about. And yeah, this video might get banned, so I might do another video just to clear it up and just remove my suicidal ones. But you know, yeah. Um, so yeah, um, I don't really know how can I encourage. I don't know, but just probably a way. But yeah, so yeah, thanks for watching this video. thanks for listening. I know it was just a little bit long. I hope you got the. Hope you know, who cares if you watch the whole thing? I just hope you learn something, and yeah, I'm really, I'm hoping the best for you, and yeah, I just wanted you to know about that. So basically, you know how the book 1984, and now they said they were like always watching this dude, and like always like listening to this dude. So it's basically real, and it's like real shit, and like it's basically a bunch of villains doing it. That's what I'm saying. If you think it's happening to you, assume perhaps I want you to kill yourself because I don't want you to get hurt, and I don't want bad people finding you because they're terrible people. So yeah, I'm just trying to be honest, trying to be cool, trying to be authentic, and yeah. Oh yes, this should happen to me. So I'm not gonna give you I'm not gonna go too far, but the reason I have schizophrenia is basically because I met these people. I don't know how to do it myself, but I met people who know how to do this shit. So you're like, oh, okay. I can't really explain it, but the reason I have schizophrenia is because there's a a person, they started fucking with me. So they started messing with my head. They started kind of bullying you. And then they try to bully you to death, basically. But that's basically what they do. So what they're doing with my mind is they're reading my thoughts and they're responding every like 5 to 10 seconds, and they're saying something negative every 5 to 10 seconds. They're saying like "shut up, stupid," or they're just always responding. It's like, why are they responding? It's because you met a villain, and basically they're just fucking with you. That's why I'm saying I recommend you die if you think you have it or you have it. Like, I just want you to be safe because those people are supernatural, meaning you can dip, they'll still find you, meaning you're still in danger, and it doesn't matter if you don't want to get into it. Even if you lock your phone, bro, they still can remote hack you. They don't have to touch your phone. They can remote hack you and see your camera, and it's like it just gets really fucked up. But I'm just sorry, and I just gave you a little bit of information about my schizophrenia and then and I'm not gonna say dead, but why a little bit about my schizophrenia and how it happened. It's basically because I met a supernatural villain who got really interested in me, and then he just started bullying me to death. You think these people don't exist? You think people that's very low? Please believe me, people are very low. Do not trust people. People are really low as fuck. Do not trust people. They're sketchy as fuck. Just try to trust yourself, believe in yourself, and do not trust people. Trust me, but trust very few, if not any. Just trust yourself, honestly. Don't even trust. I mean, just trust yourself. And you probably be like, oh, I kind of knew this was happening, and it's like, yeah, you do, but you really need to believe in yourself. Like, if you think it's happening, it's probably happening. So, like, believe in yourself. And then, yeah, but yeah, so this whole article is fake. People can do that shit, and yeah. Thanks for watching this video, and have a good day. But yeah, I mean, basically explain this. Basically, 1984. There's a bit of supernatural aspect to it as well. So like people can do it as well, and so can the tech do it. So like there's invisible cameras, kind of, yes, there pretty much is. And then is there like invisible microphones? Yes, there kind of is. But I mean, is there technically cameras? Like yes. I mean, because right, remember you have cameras on your phone, right? Oh yeah, cover that shit. And you got cameras on your laptop, and there can be like cameras in, how people sneak cameras and shit. So like they can do that shit. They can sneak it in like a fucking, I don't know. They can sneak it in like anything. So just like take off your cameras and shit. Just take your cameras. And yeah, but I'm just trying to tell you most about it. But I'll summarize it in the title. And then yeah, I just want you to know this. I think this is very important. Hope you watched the video. I don't hope you watch. I don't know if I'm glad you watched it. If you watched the whole thing, but it's terrible stuff. I just hope you are safe. I hope someone told you about this already. And yeah, I hope the best for you. So, yep. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Bye bye.